Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert now. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Packers, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Rodgers now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The Packers at 12-3 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way. The 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun, Herbert on third down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, here's DeWander. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 1st down, Rodgers. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working from the gun, Rodgers got a man. It's Tunyon. And the Packers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jones again. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. From the 50, here's Herbert. to the sideline. He's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it. Touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are back within a score. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Next to score, Packers 14, Vikings 7.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Well, these 2 teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Rodgers. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Get 300. Get 300. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, an 11-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On first down, it's Herbert. Smith catches left side. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To the air again, Herbert. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Rolling to his right. And it's caught.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert as the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down in distance. Knew it wasn't third down. And he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
He finds. Now the ball comes loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, defensive coordinator of the other side was saying, we've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
Now Herbert following the turnover. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man on the crossing route.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Now a give, running left is Nwangu. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. And they'll run again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To try again after the sack. Herbert. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Chandler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Counter play. Here's Chandler. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They snap it to Herbert. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Herbert. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Chandler. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Justin Herbert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Joseph connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Joseph now to kick this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
Handoff right side to Wangu. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Back to Nwangu again on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. And that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Rodgers again now. He completes it to Beckham. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Now Rodgers. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads him into the end zone.
Rodgers to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Touchdown! Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 75. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
He's got Smith here. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Herbert.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
On 4th down, Herbert. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Herbert. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Throwing, Herbert. And he'll just get rid of it.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert, quick pass out wide.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they.